It's revenge time, Eren vs the Armored Titan Round 2. So what's up guys, Foxen here. The new Attack on Titan anime episode is here, finally. How would the story record deal with the Beast Titan army? Impressive one at that. Before getting started, if you enjoy these anime videos, be sure to give a colossal thumbs up and subscribe. So, let's get started. For the Beast Titan here, notice all those smileless titans, particularly their bodies. I'm still loving the way Attack on Titan just injects some, perhaps unintended humor via the mindless titans. Manga readers definitely know Isayama does this always on purpose. And it is just great to see some of the stuff returning for the Attack on Titan Season 3 anime. You know, no titans last season, no funny titans at that. As for the Armored Titan, oh hell yeah, time for the Armored Titan to get super hard in the anime. You got some ultra crystal claws, both for the feet and hands. Bluish crystal too, just like Eren. Looks like Eren isn't the only new titan with a few new tricks. Rhino, you should have done that back in season 2, come on. Then, over on the Beast Titan side, you got all the mindless titans circling, creating this whole perimeter. No escape. Notably, the animal abuse backpack titan is sticking close by the beast. Someone called PETA so they could start hashtagging over this. But hold up a second, surprise! Look at this dude so close up, super ugly and deformed looking. Why does this thing have a freaking duck face? It reminds me of like Daffy Duck. Then the actual backpack, or I guess cargo I should say. Come on, can we take a peek at what's inside? The barrels right here make me picture this Donkey Kong situation with the Beast Titan. Come on, picture it too, they could be full of bananas. But seriously, turned out this Mr. Backpack Titan is the reason the scouts got discovered early on. I actually recall reading this years ago. Originally I suspected the Grandpa Titan that gave the scouts away. To be fair to me, some of the past Isayama Titan art was rough looking. So it wasn't too much of a stretch to think that Titan and the Grandpa Titan were the same Titan. But I was super wrong. And really quickly, just looking back at the mindless titans, you got this big round one over here. Move over, Thor Titan. Then this one over here on the right, this one reminded me of All Might, especially that one All Might move from the movie finale. I'm not even sure what this one is doing running. Come on, having some fun moments via titans like this is just so genius. Anyway, getting into Erwin debating over his options, he did note this potentially becoming a battle of attrition. But let's be real and honest, that was never gonna happen as long as the war chief was down there. And I do have to actually appreciate them drawing out the stills for the scenario of all the scouts being stranded on the wall top. You even have this one of Eren looking so starved and maybe thirsty. This actually brings up the question, what would a titan from a starving or low energy person look like? Would they even be able to get into titan mood? Maybe not. You might end up looking like the skin and bones titan over here. Oh, and also do notice a super buff one on the bottom left. It almost looks like a mini Rhino without the armor. But getting back to Erwin, you really have to love this commander, especially his dedicate your heart and Susume moment. Most important out of all of this is Erwin's plan. Levi, you gotta be the one to take out the Beast Titan. And goddamn, look at what they've done to this hairy beast. Can you say nightmare fuel? This is what you get if you fuse Santa Claus with this devil elf. Oh, and looks like the battery on those red eyes ran out. Aww. So, switching it over to Reiner's point of view, you got him proclaiming something super interesting, that humanity's strongest would fall against their war chief. Come on, really, Reiner? I guess to be fair, Reiner hasn't really seen Levi Ackerman in action before, not him going full out. Hey Reiner, go ahead and ask Annie how that encounter went. Oh right, you might be waiting a while for that reply. As for the plot armor Titan's unique ability, or I guess general Titan ability, I've actually seen a lot of questions from a lot of you how exactly Reiner survived that previous encounter. How come Levi screwed up? And yeah, to be honest, it is pretty much an ass pull. Reiner supposedly claimed he transferred his mind throughout his body. Never mind the fact that Levi pretty much sliced him immediately. That freaking Ackerman speed. Come on, there's no way Reiner had a moment to actually notice that. Honestly, I really wish they explained this differently, but looks like that didn't happen. On the flip side, now that it's been established, hey Eren, get your ass over here. Levi wants to do some new Titan training. Putting that little thing aside, you actually have Reiner further deep in thought. He's actually quite the thinker. Here, Reiner dropped this key important piece of information. It almost seemed like throwaway information. That being that Eren was actually able to learn how to get his Titan hard in only 2 months. If you recall, that's not exactly the case. Eren actually used that Titan Viagra potion that he found. The important takeaway here is that you have Reiner implying that Titan shifters could learn how to wield the Titan crystal without this external Titan potion. Pretty important Titan information. Anyway, you really have to love Commander Erwin's stare down here. He's like, I'm the goddamn commander. Yeah, my plan is forcing you to obey and act. Get your rock-hard Titan ass down there, and start playing fetch with Eren's Titan. But really, Reiner? For being the thinker you just shown, looks like you ran out of gas. Reiner should have really quickly super kicked Erwin. Just throw the guy like a Titan-sized chihuahua. And sure, I know what you're thinking, it could fail. Erwin could get away, but really, it would have taken like 5 or 10 seconds to only try it out. Anyway, over on the Hange squad side, I really like how Eren was so sure about how Reiner would act here. Eren was really just thinking back to the good buddy Reiner. The question does remain though, was it Scout Reiner or Warrior Reiner who was engaged in battle? Perhaps the two sides aren't too different after all. Getting into Eren vs Armor Titan round 2. Just notice them fighting this Titan brawl all out, right where it all started. It is pretty nice to hear this pretty confident Eren at the start. Right here where he addresses how he in fact did kick Reiner's ass back in season 2. There is no Colossal Titan around to save your ass this time, Reiner. Oh, and you're gonna hate me, minor nitpick here. The face on Eren's Titan just looks super weird and off. Come on, Wit Studio, please fix this for the Blu-ray release. As for Eren getting his Titan hard, forget about Titan Claws, how about Titan Crystal Knuckles? Too bad they already gave it away on the poster and opening. For me, the cherry on top was Eren's callback back to Annie at this very moment. It really is so wonderful how Eren picked up so much from one of their warriors. Let's see if Eren can learn Reiner's claw technique. And hell yes, seeing Eren smash Reiner's face in was so freaking satisfying. Armor Titan, your face is wrecked. Just give up now. By the way, here's something very important I need to point out. Looks like there's no actual scene from the opening that was reused here. Honestly, I have mixed feelings about this. First off, the positive. This actually does make the opening seem not so lazy after all. Plus, it does give me some hope for the Colossal Titan looking far better in the non-opening version. Still, 99% chance it'll be CG, but at least don't be PS1 CG. Then, my negative, slight negative. Ironically, the actual animation in the opening does look better. Oh well, I guess we can't have it all. It's only Attack on Titan. Anyway, back to Eren. Actually, I really like what they did for Eren's Titan right before his mighty roar. It looks like they brought back the green eyes, but this time it's not strictly all green. Very nice touch here. Arguably, this actually shows Eren's progression with him handling his Titan abilities. Anyway, switching it over to Squad Mikasa. Oh yeah, the Thunder Spears have arrived for the Attack on Titan anime. By the way, I don't recall Armin strapping one of these new toys on too. Either way, it's Michael Bay time. Switching it over to the Common Scouts. Funny how Flock here is almost crying while these guys were taking care of the horses. Interesting too how Marlow is really pulling its weight and taking command of this simple but important task. As for the Ackerman here, really? Mindless Titans versus Levi? We're still doing this? You might as well be shooting this vibranium shield with this dildo gun. Not the brightest idea giving humanity the strongest of warm-up exercise. You might accidentally piss Levi off, and you wouldn't like Levi when he's angry. So getting into Erwin's big moment, you do have the harsh reality setting in. Oh, how the Survey Corps have fallen, little by little over the years. Anyone recall humanity's second strongest? You know, the guy without the Ackerman steroids. Even Erwin himself became that Titan Chuto in Attack on Titan Season 2. So many sacrifices just to get to this one Beast Titan War. It does feel like Erwin was being way too hard on himself here. You do have this very powerful imagery with the mountain of corpses. Hey, talking about Mike too. It's just made even more impactful with these poor fallen scouts looking back at Erwin, almost as if judging him from beyond the grave. Were all of these guys simply a stepping stone for this madman? Or is there more to this? You got Erwin speaking about tricking everyone, including himself, but it always seemed to me like the opposite had been true. That Erwin thought too harshly on himself for having this grand dream fueling himself and his actions. In other words, having this certain thirst and curiosity that the other scouts didn't have. By the way, a quick side note. Finally, the Levi No Regrets anime flashback made it into the main Attack on Titan anime. Definitely go ahead and check that out if you haven't already. Switching it back over to Rhino vs Eren, I almost started feeling bad for Reiner. Dude, you did not come prepared. What a one-sided Titan beatdown. Finally, you had Eren clearly showing what his Titan was capable of. Although, perhaps I spoke too soon. Even Eren looked like he got too overconfident with his win here for a bit. Luckily, Reiner missed that smash on his face. And terrible, just terrible move on Reiner's part, letting go of Eren's Titan leg. He should have crushed it. As for the Thunder Spear flashback, about time Hange cooked up some explosions. Is anyone surprised it took her this long? Although to be fair to Hange, I'm sure she's now using some previously locked away technology. Might definitely know of a certain crazy girl who will love this tech. So back to Rhino and Eren. Ooh, am I interrupting something? That is the warrior's ass. Getting into the Thunder Spear scene, I just love that they added a shot of Hange almost sliding through the air. She was definitely having some fun there. Looking at the two top female scouts' handiwork, right for Reiner's ball sockets. But notice anything interesting? It is subtle, but looks like this is hinting at Mikasa's Ackerman's strength. Mikasa had no problem getting the Thunder Spear to hit right in the bullseye, right in the center. On the other hand, Hange was off by a little bit. And just to be clear, this is not a knock on Hange. As for Hange's explanation about the dangers of using the Thunder Spears, to be honest, I don't know the tech behind this. Sorry, I have no real experience with explosives, but I don't know why she made this stuff so restrictive. Why not just allow the rocket to fire off from the distance? I guess her technology at this point made the range pretty short. Then you had the BT coming in. Gotta give these guys their moment too. But don't get me wrong guys, I do love the Potato Girl Sasha, do not worry. And this added Kone scene was fun too. I don't even have to check the manga to tell you that definitely wasn't in there. Then you have this very human reaction to these guys not wanting to kill Reiner. If you think back to the Attack on Titan Season 2 finale, they were still trying to talk it out to the very end. But really, are these guys not prepared yet? The very odd person here should be Mikasa. I mean, she freaking failed to kill them. She already screwed up once. Either way, good game Reiner. Someone just used explosion on the poor armored titan. Come on, this guy got super wrecked. It's almost not even fair or funny. Although, I should take this time to remind anyone feeling bad for Reiner, how the warriors are responsible for over 100,000 people dying after he smashed Wall Maria. Karma is a bitch. Also, let me not forget, once again I do have to say no reuse shot from the new opening. Although this does mean perhaps I should lower my expectation for other upcoming stuff. I'm sure you have an idea. For this episode overall, the Titan stuff in this episode really reminded me of the feeling that I got from watching this in Attack on Titan Season 2. Naturally, this does include Eren versus the Armored Titan Round 1. I almost can't believe you're finally seeing this manga stuff in the anime form. It almost feels like a dream. An Attack on Titan dream thousands of years in the making. Anyway, I definitely need to hear from you. Post below. How much did you freaking enjoy this episode? Especially for Eren fans. Is anyone feeling bad for Reiner? Anyway, unfortunately, someone flagged my first episode review. Let's see if that comes back. In the meantime, a super in-depth opening breakdown video is up now. Also, my manga versus anime analysis for the very first episode. Definitely watch those next, and I'll see you guys later.